Hello everyone, I am Ayush Agarwal working as an assistant professor in ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So now we are going to start unit number 2 of database management system whose subject code in AKTU is PCS 501. So before starting this lecture video, let us discuss what are the topics to be covered under this unit. So unit number 2 is all about relational data model and its practical implementation using SQL. So first of all, we'll discuss the basic concept of relation. What is relation? What is the structure of relation? What are the different objects and modules to be used in relation? What are the importance of relations, right? After that, we'll discuss a different type of integrity constraints. Constraints means some rules to be applied or imposed on the relation. So we have three different type of constraints. We'll discuss one by one. After that, we'll discuss query language. Query language stands for how to fetch or how to retrieve the data from the relations. So basically, query language is divided into two parts, procedural query language and non-procedural query language. So relational algebra is based on procedural query language and relational calculus is based on non-procedural query language. Now, both these terms, relational algebra and relational calculus, is being used to fetch or to retrieve the data from the relation in different aspects. So while we fetch the data from the relation, we require some operators. So in relational algebra, we need some operators like we have selection, projection, we have set operation, we have Cartesian product, joins, we have some other additional operators. We will discuss one by one with the help of an example in our lecture series. After that, we'll discuss relational calculus. This is again further classified into two different types. We have tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus. So we'll discuss one by one also this with the help of an example. After this, we'll move to the practical implementation of relational model, and that is being used by the SQL, that is a structured query language. So first of all, we'll understand what is the need of SQL, what are the terms being used in SQL, what are the software being used by the SQL. I'll discuss them. After that, we'll discuss the different SQL statements. Basically, we have 5 SQL statements, but in this lecture video series, we'll discuss only 3 of them. That will be data definition language, data manipulation language, and data query language. So DDL will be used to define the structure of the database. DML, that will be data manipulation language, is used to manipulate the data in terms of insertion, deletion, and updation of the data. And data query language is used to fetch or retrieve the data from the tables. After that, we'll discuss the concept of views and indexes in SQL. So we'll discuss what are views, what are indexes, how to create them, how to update them, how to modify them. We'll discuss this concept. After that, we'll discuss the advanced version of SQL, that will be PL/SQL, procedural language with SQL. We'll discuss the basic concept of PL/SQL, what are the different terms we are using in PL/SQL, how to implement these concepts using PL/SQL. And after that, we'll discuss 3 major topics which are being used in PL/SQL, that will be procedure, cursors, and triggers. So we'll discuss one by one how to create them, how to use them, in which scenario we are using them. So we'll discuss procedure, cursors, and triggers under PL/SQL. So these are the references through which the concepts or content is being used throughout this lecture video series. Disclaimer, and thank you.